What's something that's clearly overpriced yet people still buy? Printer ink. Diamonds. Beer at sports games. Clothes. I was at a factory in Bangladesh once where they were making products for a well-known brand. The factory owner handed me a top and said, "Take it, it'll be worth loads by the time you get home." Sure enough, when I got home, the same design top was being sold for about £60, £70. It cost them about £1 to manufacture. College textbooks. Bottled water. Flowers on Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. Right now, cars, at least in my area. Brand new cars are few and far between. And it's not unusual to see used cars with prices 10k to 12k above what the price was a year and a half ago. It's insane. Graphics cards. The recent state of the GPU market has shown me how people don't give a fuck about parting ways with their money lol. Popcorn at the movies. Adobe Creative Cloud though rather that buying it's a bullshit subscription. But they got a monopoly on programs that I have to eat that 600-year contract. Anything at Disneyland, or other themes parks. Literally everything right now. Edit, holy shit. Thanks for the gold. Insulin or other life-necessary drugs. Edit, to all my American friends, I'm sure the ones that are affected are familiar with Mark Cuban's pharmacy company, and the great work they do, but for the ones that don't know, Mark Cuban, billionaire stud, started a company that offers meds for cents on the dollar compared to the parasitic competition. He even came onto a popular subreddit last year and explained to retail investors how predatory hedge funds operate to bankrupt things like cancer research companies for a quick buck. It would make your blood boil. There is still much change to be made, but it's encouraging to know it is, in fact, happening. Wedding anything. Call it anything but a wedding and suddenly the venue, the food, the everything is like half off the wedding price. It's insane. Just buy white stuff and skip wedding stores too, it's all insanely marked up. Also do your bridesmaids a favor maybe and schedule the wedding after prom season and woo cheap as hell bridesmaid gowns everywhere. Also ridiculous at bridal store. Ugh. Every single piece of real estate right now. NFTs. Why are you paying hundreds for a fucking JPEG? Edit. Please stop explaining why NFTs aren't stupid to me in the replies. I figured by my comment that it was obvious I don't give a fuck. Get a life. Branded medicines. 30% 90% more than generic medicines. K-cups. The difference in price 100 grams between them and a regular bag of pre-ground coffee is absolutely insane. DoorDash. The prices are more expensive on the app, then once you add a service fee, taxes, and a tip it ends up being $10-20 more than if you had just gone in person. Then by the time it gets to you it's cold and the order is almost always wrong anyways. Anything with an Apple logo on it. Sent from my iPhone. Diamonds. They're literally a scam. A diamond company did a fantastic job brainwashing people into associating diamonds with love and implying false scarcity for shiny rocks. Rent. Weddings. Edit. I managed a very cheap wedding when I was 20, less than $1,000. Second-hand dress, high school photography student, venue through a church connection, carry-in dinner, etc. We've been married for nearly 10 years now and just welcomed our first child into our little family. Smiling face with hearts. PS5s and Xbox Series 10s from scalpers. Internet. At least in the US it's artificially overpriced. Starbucks. Beef jerky. I would buy some more often if it wasn't so expensive. X. Being alive, right now. Babies. You can get them for free with a little bit of poor judgment. Basic feminine hygiene products. It's bad enough that they feel uncomfortable but it would help to make it cheaper. Pretty much anything having to do with the wedding industry is exorbitantly expensive. I couldn't believe the prices when being quoted for the venue, cake, photographer, the church, dresses and tuxedos, the rings, the fucking props, etc. Fucking absurd that people are willing to go into massive debt for a wedding. Alcohol at restaurants. Designer clothes. I visited Milan a few years ago and visited the Armani store there. I thought it would be nice to buy something from the genuine Armani store. I found a plain black t-shirt with no logo or embroidery and they wanted €1,100 for it. €3,500 for a pair of shoes. A staff member saw us looking around and said, "You want something nice from here? I have these scarves." They were basically tissue paper and they wanted €300 for it. Disneyland tickets, they keep going up and the parks are always crowded. Beats by Dre are overpriced trash. Most of their annual budget goes to advertising rather than R&D. They even put weights in the headphones so they feel like they have more hardware in them than they really do. Edit. Apparently some of their models have gotten much better since the Apple acquisition. That doesn't change anything for me considering Apple deserves to be in the discussion as well. While they make good stuff, I think we can all agree the price markup is one of the biggest in tech. Real estate. Everything to do with real estate. Pets. Just go to a shelter and grab a fluff ball for a reasonable cost. Cigarettes. Supermarket herbs, spices which are sold in small jars or tubes. It is ridiculous when you start calculating price per kilo. Let's take dried basil for example. 11 grams glass jar around €2.09, $2.31. Price per kg €190, 209, $60. And #X200B. Buy in bulk is way more cheaper. Trash bags. How can we pay so much for something that is meant to be thrown away? Health insurance. Yay, America. Houses, condos right now, everywhere. Gillette razors, get those single-bladed safety ones and buy those for close to nothing. Gas. DoorDash or other food delivery services. Soda at restaurants. I used to be a manager at McDonald's and did the math one time on how much we expected to make from everything. It takes less than 3 cents to make a large cup of soda including the cup, lid and straw. Some places charge you $2 a cup. Sit-down restaurants offer refills but still charge you like 5 or more. Wedding gowns. There is no reason for them to be as expensive as they are. Even if they are covered in Swarovski crystals. They aren't selling you the dress, they are selling you the idea of that one perfect day. They tell you that you have to buy this extravagant dress because that's your one day and make you feel bad if you don't. So knowing you will be suckered they charge the hell out of them. Reddit awards. Weddings. People spend serious cash on one day, usually with people they barely know. Go out to dinner with good friends, have a small ceremony somewhere decent and use the rest of that cash to have a good life.